as time flies by, you'll open up your eyes wide. You feel it's gonna go your way. Hey, hey, it's a brand new day. Hey, 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 it's a brand new day.
Welcome back to Marbella. Now, once again, we're going to go back to Velvet to see more of the people talking at the United Nationalities of Marbella Summit 2018. Some great charities, great incentives, great projects, of which Estefania and the Hard Rock Cafe are very much a part. A big community get together, a big community effort to carry on this year and put all those different incentives into practice. The Hard Rock undoubtedly is going to be a place where there's going to be a lot of teen activities, lots of fun. And in fact, we're here today on the World Workers' Day, and a day off for Marbella now, so a nice easy day for us, to present the World Burger Tour that you're launching. We're going to be seeing more about that later on in the program, so let's get started.
Let the music get to your heart. Let it set you on your way. No time to hesitate. We are all the same. So much trouble tearing us apart. Poison arrows shoot straight to your heart. We can change if we try. Just believe it's worth your time.
When you have people who live and work in the community who like to contribute to the community, it's nice to support them. We popped, as I said, here to the Hard Rock Cafe today to see the launch of their World Burger Tour. And the first burgers have landed, and Linda here is going to explain to us what kind of tastes we can savor. This is very exciting because you very much support internationality at the Hard Rock.
Of course, yes, we do. The World Burger Tour, it's actually all over the world. We choose different local burgers because, as you know, we do have the same menu all over the world in all of the cafes, but each cafe has its own local burger that represents it. So right now, for a month and a half, we're gonna have the World Burger Tour, burger traveling the world. We are gonna have 4 different burgers. One is from Cologne in Germany, the Schnitzel burger, yummy, trust me, tried it, very good. We're gonna have Ole burger from Barcelona, tasty with a lot of different vegetables. We're gonna have the Aussie burger from Australia, obviously, and the Ho Chi Minh burger from Vietnam. Very nice burgers. Today, we're gonna present you the Australian burger and the Ho Chi Minh burger.
They look absolutely delicious.
And they smell so nice, fortunately. You know, you should come and try them.
And we've come here today because it's obviously launching this incentive, and being the 1st of May, Marbella now is not recording on a Tuesday, it's a national holiday, it's also the day of the worker. So the workers are taking off, and the Marbella Now team have come to the Hard Rock to hang out, and we're going to actually try this. So we thought, well, we might as well get it on camera and get the original feedback of how we feel about this. So all the burgers are all around the world, and your local burger then would be the Ole burger, would be the one that you've chosen as your...
It's the national burger. Exactly.
Well, these are the first ones to have landed. Look, there are more landing now.
Here you go, some Australian burgers.
This is the Aussie burger. Wow, look at that. Well, I think I've got, okay, mine.
Okay, I'm gonna take this one then.
They look fabulous. Well, we will be coming back because I know you have more flavors landing.
Of course, we have more flavors landing.
And of course, here at the Hard Rock. They're very much involved in supporting our teens. There's great music events coming up. Please do go to their Facebook page, Hard Rock Cafe Marbella Official, and also the website, because you want to keep up to date with everything that's going on. Linda, thank you.
Thank you, Nicole.
Don't want to hurry about that. We just have to eat.
Yeah, otherwise they're going to get cold. Thanks.
Let the music get to your heart. Let it set you on your way. No time to hesitate. We are all the same. So much trouble tearing us apart. Poison arrows shoot straight to your heart. We can change if we try. Just believe it's worth your time.
Hey, hey.
To carry on, there's a guy called Neil who did, I think it's Neil, Ian or Neil, the whole website for the British Consul and connecting us all around the world. I want him to come up with Charmaine, and then we'll go on to the other charities. But this is important for the connection, communication. Our consuls can't tell us what they want to do. Because like Otti said, if we form these ghettos and we only stay within our own communities, we really lose so much. So although now the British don't have a vote in Spain, by the time the next elections, we don't have a vote. So honestly, we're not as important to the town hall maybe as we would, except we've got a big number of us. But we are the biggest part of the tourism here. This is our British consul. Yay. My mate Charmaine. And this gentleman has done amazing work for the consul and basically for all of us based on the assistance and support which goes with the volunteers, it goes with communication, it goes with the charities. Over to you.
Okay, so Charmaine for consul. Yeah, that sounds good, yeah.
Did you know that?
No.
Do you know?
Can you hear me? Yeah? Okay. So, I mean, it's an absolutely amazing event. Nicole's invited me the last year and the year before, and I've never been able to make it, but I'm really pleased that I managed today. I've been sat up there with my post-it, writing down all of these voluntary organisations and sort of thinking, how can we work with you? How can we support you better? Lots of you will know that along the Costa del Sol in particular, we have a real issue around an ageing British population. And one of the issues for the consulate, because as you know, certainly, I'm not going to paint Marbella with the same brush, but all British government departments try really hard not to have to see people. So one of the, of course we don't in the consulate, so one of the things that we do is we, as well as all of the stuff to do with passports that everyone knows about, or to do with emergency travel documents that everyone knows about, one of the big things that we spend a lot of time doing in Andalusia is working with vulnerable people. And most of those people are not tourists, they are British residents. They are British people who have chosen to come and live in Spain. And then for whatever reasons, and you know, I mean, I was talking to a lady just a few minutes ago about Alzheimer's, but you know the range of issues that people have. For us, one of the most difficult categories, if you like, of people is the older population, where people have come and they've lived here and they live very happily for very many years, and then for whatever reason they become more vulnerable, and when they're at their most vulnerable, is this reverberate? Is it kind of, yeah? Sorry, is that better? Is that any better? Is that better? Okay. Thanks. So when they're at their most vulnerable, quite often we're asked to provide support from the consulate. If I tell you that for a population of, I think we have registered something like 76,000 Brits in Andalusia, and we know for a fact that there are more than that because there are lots of people who are not registered, some for interesting reasons and some for very good reasons. But we have 8 members of staff in the consulate in Malaga, covering the whole of Andalusia. So we're not able to provide support for every British person that needs that support. And we certainly don't go out and provide support with people who might need their shopping done for them or who need other kinds of social care. So what we thought that we could do is we could work on a project that tried to bring together information about all of the support that is already out there. There are lots of organisations here today that have already spoken. There are lots of town halls, there are foreigners departments, there are statutory services in Spain as well. There's the Ley de Dependencia. There are lots of things that Brits don't know that they are entitled to access if they are legally resident in Spain. So one of the things that we tried to do was work with the University of Birmingham, and Neil was contracted kind of independently to put together this information into a directory so that it would be available to individuals, to people who might, to neighbours who might know that someone needs help, to healthcare professionals, statutory authorities, anybody can use it. It's called Support in Spain, and I'm going to hand over to Neil now.
Thank you, Charmaine. It's been a very interesting project. We've built a website database that basically is a depository for all organizations, public authorities, NGOs, etc., to put their information so people can find it, because before it was very difficult. And there's 2 important things about it that we think. It's local, so you can search for it by your local area, because how often do we go and look for a particular address for a particular organisation, and we're in Manilva and we find they're in Nerja, and that's not much use, particularly to an older person. And also, we've made a point of making it bilingual. So not only is it in English, obviously for the British community, but we've made a real effort to make it in Spanish. Why? Because we know that there's lots of Spanish neighbours, Spanish friends, who have vulnerable British neighbours who don't know what to do with them, and they don't understand why those British people's family doesn't come and visit them every Sunday and cook them dinner and take them out. They can't get their heads around it. So what we want to do is link the 2 communities, the foreign community, in our case the British, but of course the information is available to everyone, and the Spanish community as well. It's simple to make it usable. We know that a lot of, and everyone's probably thinking this, a lot of elderly people don't use the internet. So it's about the different organizations, people like you that have contact with people, having a tool. It is better than nothing. We've done it on a budget. I think it's important to get out. So it's simple. So a lot more information could go on there. And of course, please feel free. The website is called Support in Spain. I've got a few flyers here to pass out. If you have an organization that's helping people, and Nicole said this and done a very good job at saying it, please let us know. And it's all about what we're talking about today, people talking and sharing and helping, because help is out there. I want to make one very quick comment, and it's about OTI and the foreign residence departments in town halls. They are amazing. Some are better than others. Marbella is one of the best. And if there's one thing you can all do for the communities here, and if you're not on it already, get on the Padron. Right? It doesn't affect your tax status. If you're already on it, please tell your friends, people who are spending 6 months, about a year here, get on it, because that is not only your gateway to social services in Spain in the future when something happens to you, but it's also helping the community around you. So please do that. Okay?
No, don't go. I don't need to go. Okay. Important, we need to know where, when we find out, for example, we want to add information to Support in Spain, or it's incomplete information, we need to have now where to get in contact with you. Please make sure we have that before you leave. But now it's time for action group. For this to work, if we see that there's somebody, like we need someone to contact the hospital, Quirón, Hospiten, Costa del Sol, if the medical people receiving our elderly, vulnerable alone do not know to go to this website, there's no point. So we need to make an action group now who is going to make sure the website's updated, information is in there. Who's willing to help get this off the ground to make sure that everyone knows that this page is there and to keep it up in line? Okay, so we've got Stuart Ashing, these lovely ladies from the Alzheimer's Femke. Okay, Vanessa, Joe.
And the other thing that's really helpful is if you are an organisation and you have a website, would you be willing to put a link on your website to this one? Oh, that's even more.
Yeah, we've got even more hands for that, which is a very good. To help, we can all link our websites together in the sense there's no reason why not.
And it's time